Viewers, today a very interesting thing happened at a time when one by one political parties are dropping out of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony at Ayodhya. A congressman decided to put faith above politics and declared that not only will he attend the Pran Pratishtha, but that his party should now rise above politics of eventbaazi over matters of ideology. It's hardly any mystery what he was referring to. The man that we are talking about is Nirmal Khatri, and he is the former chief of the Congress in Uttar Pradesh. He's also been a former MP from Faizabad. 2 days ago, he was part of the Congress delegation from Uttar Pradesh and other parts of the country that went for an independent darshan of Ram Lala and Hanuman Gadi in Ayodhya. Remember, the Congress party's leadership has rejected an invite for the Pran Pratishtha as political, but they decided to send an advance delegation on the occasion of Makar Sankranti. They went there, they took a holy dip in the Saryu, they went for darshan. But today, Nirmal Khatri had some sage words of advice for his party, declaring that he is a Ram Bhakt and he doesn't think it's any crime to be one. He said, I will be there on the 22nd. Remember, he had last month been invited by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, an invitation that he accepted. Nirmal Khatri then went on to say that an ideological battle can only be fought with ideas and not rival events, because you don't merely attain moksha by taking a dip in a holy river. Or in his words, here is what he said. Pani mein meen piyasi mohe sun sun avat hasi, jal thal sagar khoob nahave, bhatkal phire udasi. Atma gyan bina nar bhatke, koi mathura koi kashi, जैसे मृग नाभि कस्तूरी बन फिरे उदासी. Basically saying that there is a kasturi hiran, a mrig, who have the musk in their own nabhi, yet they are going around the entire forest looking for it. You know where ideology lies, and yet you think that you're going to look for it and find it on the outside.
जब अपनी ही पार्टी में अन्याय करें, राम भक्तों को राम जी से दूर रखने का प्रयास करें, तो राम भक्त कहाँ उनकी सुनने वाले हैं. इसलिए कांग्रेस में भी उनकी नहीं कोई सुन रहा. देखिए, जितनी मर्जी राजनीति कर लें, आना तो प्रभु के चरणों में ही पड़ेगा. श्री राम जी के आगे शीश तो उनको झुकाना ही पड़ेगा.
इवेंट मैनेजर्स के माध्यम से हमको प्रस्तुति करनी है, उसकी आपत्ति है. ये आरएसएस और विश्व हिंदू परिषद कैसे हमको बोलेंगे कि किस मंदिर में कब जाना, कि किस समय जाना, क्या करना.
This, by the way, comes on a day when even more leaders of INDI dropped out of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. The big names among them were Sharad Pawar, Arvind Kejriwal. The NCP Supremo politely declined, saying that he will go later when the construction of the temple is complete. Arvind Kejriwal claimed that he hadn't even been invited, a claim that was soon disputed by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad.
फाइनल इनविटेशन का मुझे नहीं पता, कोई आया नहीं तो कोई बात नहीं, बाद में चले जाएंगे जब भी एक बार ये भी हो जाए. 22 तारीख में बहुत ज्यादा, मतलब उन्होंने कहा था कोई देने के लिए आएगा, लेकिन अभी कोई आया नहीं.
22 को जाएं, 22 के बाद जाएं, ये उनका अपना निर्णय है. लेकिन मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ आखिरकार कि ये जो गठबंधन है, जो लगातार गांठों का बंधन होता जा रहा है, कम से कम चलो आप अयोध्या नहीं जा रहे 22 तारीख को, कोई बात नहीं, बाद में आप आइए, स्वागत है आपका, लेकिन वो अपने साथियों को भी ले आइए. कम से कम ये जो गठबंधन है, वो गठबंधन के साथी जो छुप छुप के कुछ न कुछ कार्यक्रम करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अपने आप को हिंदू दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, वो सामूहिक रूप से ही कोई हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ कर लेते. कम से कम ये तो पता लगता है कि हाँ, आप जो कह रहे हैं वो दिखाने को ही सही, वो हिंदू तो हैं.
Now, while Arvind Kejriwal argued that there is a missing invite at play, others have made parallel plans. In West Bengal, the Trinamool government is organizing a Sampriti rally on the 22nd, a harmony rally where all religions will be participating. That rally will be kick-started by Mamata Banerjee visiting a Kali temple. Of course, Aam Aadmi Party's unit in Gujarat today declared that they will organize multiple programs in the run-up to January 2022, in addition to the Sundar Kand that is taking place on the first Tuesday of every month in Delhi. Then, as far as other parties are concerned, parties like the Samajwadi Party, they have decided to come up with a PDA rally, Desh Bachao PDA Yatra. While this is going to start on the It is going to be overlapping with the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. It will finally culminate on the 1st of February. The question now is, can these parallel plans actually save the opposition's face? And more importantly, will anyone within the Congress listen to the advice being given by one of their own, where he is saying that it's a battle of ideologies and merely orchestrating stray events or rival events is not going to get them anywhere. Joining us on the debate, Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the BJP, JVC Sriram, political strategist and commentator, Dr. Shantanu Sen, member of parliament and national spokesperson of the TMC. We also have with us Vivek Silas, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. And my first question is to you, Lokesh Jindal, political analyst and supporter of the Congress. Now, so even Nirmal Khatri is saying that आपके खुद के अंदर आइडियोलॉजी है, आप इवेंटबाजी में बिजी हैं. Is anyone listening to Nirmal Khatri? That's the real question.
Good evening, Padmaja. Padmaja, abiding by the faith requires us to understand the spirit of the faith. Now, let me tell you about the entire basis of a temple. The Garbhagriha and the Shikhar above it represents the Mount Meru. And above that, there is a Kamlak and a Amlak and a Kalash, which represents the central axis of the universe, the Brahma. And going to a temple is an aspect of Brahma Sakshatkar as per the entire rituals that we have. And the pradakshina that is carried out around the deity is basically the pradakshina of the Mount Meru, the entire axis of the universe. Now, please tell me, when the Shikhar is not ready, the Amlak is not ready, the Kalash is not ready, the very essence of Brahma Sakshatkar, the very essence of Brahma Anubhav, on which the entire essence of temple rests into, is something which becomes incomplete. We have been opposing that. Why is this haste that you have completely sidelined and ignored the very basis of temple, and you have carried out a political project?
Sir, मुझे ये बताइए that on Makar Sankranti, a delegation of the Congress went to Ayodhya for darshan of Ram Lala. वो कौन से पूर्ण टेम्पल के अंदर विराजमान है, अभी वो भी बता दीजिए. अभी जहां रामलला विराजमान है, जिनके दर्शन के लिए कांग्रेस का डेलीगेशन गया था. By the way, Rahul Gandhi had also gone for the darshan of Ramlala in 2016 or 17, if I'm not mistaken. वो कौन से गर्भगृह के अंदर बैठे हुए थे? वो तो टेंट के अंदर बैठे थे. उनके दर्शन के लिए क्यों चले गए? If an incomplete temple is what pains you so much that you can't go for Pran Pratishtha, then why did Rahul Gandhi go for the darshan of a Ramlala who wasn't even in a garbhagriha? He was in a tent. तब उनकी सारी ये भक्ति की शक्ति किधर गई थी?
Padmaja, this is a new temple that is being built. The image is being consecrated as per the Anavardhana. So there has to be a complete abidance to the rules, rituals that are prescribed in the text. But are they being followed? Why is this haste of politicization that the ruling party is adhering to, that it couldn't wait till 17th of April when there would have been the Ram Navami, the temple would have been complete, we would have had Abhijit Muhurat, and we would have had the ceremony that devoid of any political coloring, and that would have been a ceremony purely by the...
Good evening, Padmaja. Good evening, everybody. The invites are mainly being sent by the trust, the Ram Janmabhoomi Trust, and in trying to decide the invitees, they are trying to be as inclusive as possible, which includes all sections of society, which includes professionals from different spheres, and which includes representatives from different religions and castes. Now, the problem with this present opposition is that they are utterly confused and delusional. They think they know more about Hindu traditions than Pandit Ganeshwar Shastri Dravidji. They think they know more about temple architecture than Mr. Somnath, whose family's 12 to 13 generations have only been involved in the task of constructing temples. They think they are better Muslims. This Congress party thinks they are better Muslims than Iqbal Ansari, who readily accepted the invite, who was the chief litigant on the other side, but who readily accepted the invite. This Congress party is under the delusion that they are better Hindus, they are greater Hindus than Saraswati Devi, who has observed a Maun Vrat for the last 30 years. When Rahul Gandhi recklessly makes this absurd statement that Prime Minister has hijacked the event, he should realize that, it was the Congress party, instead of using such words as hijacked, it is the Congress party which had abandoned Bhagwan Ram continuously. Whether it was through an affidavit in the Ram temple, in the Supreme Court against the existence of Bhagwan Ram, or in the repeated attempts to delay a judgment of the Supreme Court. Today, people ask, what is the contribution of Modi ji? You need to realize that the entire process in the court of law only got expedited after 2017, after the formation of a BJP government in Uttar Pradesh, because some 150,000 important documents were abandoned. They were not being translated by the previous governments, of BSP and Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh. So our role, the BJP's role and Modi ji's role is very crucial. The opposition can manufacture all kinds of alibis, but I think before they do all these things, Mamata Banerjee should at least apologize for what Firhad Hakim said just 1 month ago. Annihilate Sanatan, perhaps inspired by DMK and all. So I think this is a guilty opposition, and they do not deserve a response.
Okay, this is a guilty opposition. Already, Mr. Shantanu Sen, the BJP is saying, irrespective of whether you take out Sampriti Yatra or PDA Yatra or DDA Yatra, people are seeing through your real intentions.
See, the problem is, in 2014, BJP faced the election with lot of false promises, which later on proved to be totally false. Then in 2019, they tried to face the parliament election with a narrative of pseudo-nationalism and a drama of Pulwama and Balakot, which was made crystal clear by the statement of the then Governor Satyapal Malik later on. Now, as they know it very well that they are far away from development, they are only left with their religion card. And before 2024 election, in order to play this religion card, our learned publicity master Prime Minister, whom we have seen inaugurating a stadium in his own name during his lifetime, whom we have seen inaugurating a medical college in his own name during his lifetime, who is asking UGC to put up a standee with his photo, who is asking his government to put up his photo in the back carrying the ration. Now, destroying all the basic essence of Hindu culture, Hinduism. He is going to install Ram Lala in an incomplete temple. You just imagine, if you consider the temple as a body and Ram Lala as a soul, the body is not yet complete.
So let me ask you this, Dr. Sen, because
this is not his job.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
This is the
when according to you the Ram temple will be complete, will you and the TMC visit the Ram temple? Because nobody has actually confirmed that or spoken on that.
Come again?
Will the TMC and will Mamata Banerjee visit the Ram temple when, according to you, it is complete?
See, why not? Mamata Banerjee is one of the most important secular leaders of the country. She works for all caste, creed and religion.
Okay.
And I am a Hindu personally. Definitely, I visit so many Hindu temples across the country. Okay. Why not in future? I will be definitely going once upon a time.
Okay, so
but it's not that before politics, just to play this religion card. This has been badly criticized by the Shankaracharyas, that is known to all of you by now.
Actually, that is not correct, because we have already fact-checked how multiple Shankaracharyas have spoken out and said that the position on Mandir being incomplete is incorrect. Tuhin Sinha, the TMC is saying right now we are going to go to Kalighat temple. We are going to do a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, everyone coming together, rally on the 22nd. Eventually we will go to Ram temple, not when you call them, when they feel like.
First of all, I take strong offense the TMC representative calling Pulwama a drama, and I think he should apologize, because that shows the mindset of the fringe mindset of the TMC. I'm shocked that even today, after 5 years, after being, they should have some respect for the martyrs of Pulwama. Now, the point is, again, TMC started giving Gyan on Pran Pratishtha. You need to remind them that even in 1951, the entire niyam about Pran Pratishtha is that when the Garbhagriha or the sanctorium of the temple is ready with doors, with roof, you know, a Pran Pratishtha of the idol can be performed. So in fact, the Somnath temple was finally complete in only to 1965. And what authority, like I mentioned, what authority do these people have to talk about Hinduism when we have seen in recent years that Mamata Banerjee is allergic even to the slogan of Jai Shri Ram? We have seen her reaction. She walked away from a public gathering just because of chants of Jai Shri Ram.
Okay, so past history with Jai Shri Ram, you know, Dr. Shantanu Sen, and may I...
Goons like Firad Hakim who make all kinds of comments who...
Dr. Shantanu Sen, past history with Jai Shri Ram, and may I remind you that actually, as far as I can remember, Mamata Banerjee hasn't ever visited the Ram temple. So a question of a future visit, one doesn't know about, but has there been any past visit?
Let me tell you, so far the incident of Pulwama is concerned, it was not my statement. It was the statement made by the BJP appointed the then Governor of Jammu and Kashmir.
Sir, Ram Mandir.
It's not Dr. Shantanu Sen as a representative of Trinamool Congress.
Sir, Ram Mandir visit, please, not Pulwama.
No, he was criticizing my comment, that's why.
Yes, go on.
I am coming, but if anyone is criticizing me, I have got the every right to reply him back, number one. Number two, so far this slogan is concerned, you tell me one thing. BJP portrays a scenario as if Durga Puja is not taking place in Bengal. And Bengal's Durga Puja has got the Intelligible Heritage Award by UNESCO.
That is wonderful, but what about Ram Mandir?
And religion.
Today the question is about Ram Mandir.
BJP,
you are saying that in a secular country, the Chief Minister is participating in all religious festivals. People are asking about Ram Mandir. What about Ram Mandir?
The problem is the problem is you are asking your question, but you are trying to put your words to my mouth and you are not allowing me to answer you back. The problem is the Ram Mandir, the main problem is Ram temple is it is being done for political gimmick.
Okay.
You cannot install Ram Lala in an incomplete temple.
Fine, Jan 22 is being done for political gimmick.
No epic.
What about the past?
No.
Why has the TMC decided to stay away studiously from the Ram temple?
This is the... No, TMC has never said that they are staying away from Ram temple, but the process that is being followed by Prime Minister for his meager political interest.
Sir, I am asking you, before the 22nd of January 2024, how many times has the Chief Minister of West Bengal visited the Ram temple in Ayodhya?
Mamata Banerjee is not there to learn Hinduism from these BJP fellows.
Okay.
Mamata Banerjee, she herself is a Hindu and she respects all the religions. She does development for each and every religion, each and every caste and creed. Okay. Unlike BJP who plays this divisive politics only.
Fair. This wasn't about learning or teaching Hinduism. It was a very specific and simple question about, fine, 22nd of January is a political event, but all the last few years haven't been political. They've been perfectly regular days where every common person has visited Ram temple. Did the Chief Minister of West Bengal studiously stay away? And if yes, then why? JVC Sriram, do you think that actually INDIA has done a smart thing? They are saying, we will go. We love Lord Ram, but not on the 22nd of January. Or is it actually counterproductive, as Nirmal Khatri himself is suggesting? What they are doing right now is seeming more like eventbaazi than actual belief.
Good evening, Padmaja. Good evening to you and your viewers. The first thing which I would like to say is the one party which politicized the Ram Mandir is Congress party. Because the Congress party consistently had maintained the stance that the Ram is a fictional character and Ram Mandir did not exist in the disputed site. Now, why is it that they are blaming BJP today? Let me give you my sincere analysis. BJP is the only party in India which is not allied with the Congress party. Be it Samajwadi Party, RJD, RLD, TMC, DMK, ADMK, JDS, JDU, every other party has aligned at some point of time or other with the Congress party. BJP is the only party which is not aligned. And where did BJP grow? When BJP picked up the Ram Mandir, that they are committed to the building of Ram Mandir, that is when they poll vaulted from 2 seats to 85 seats. And today, the Congress party is in the abysmal of depression at 52 seats. As a result of which, the Congress party boycotted the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. Yes, BJP has got every right to celebrate this event because they fought for this Ram Mandir. As an Indian, I am proud that there was one party which consistently stood, and I am against the Congress party. Now, why did the partners of the India bloc are not attending? Now, Congress only not attending the Pran Pratishtha and other parties attends the Pran Pratishtha, then the Congress party becomes the sole proprietor of minority votes, which we saw in Karnataka and in Telangana.
But then
now,
how come?
probably a Samajwadi party or a Tejasvi Yadav or a Mamata Banerjee would be afraid of losing the Muslim minority votes to Congress
tell me,
party.
how come you've got
They are being
leaders
forced to toe this line?
How come you've got leaders like Vikramaditya Singh from Himachal Pradesh or Nirmal Khatri from Uttar Pradesh who are taking that plunge and saying, we are going? Aren't they afraid of their vote bank shifting, JVC?
Beautiful question. Wonderful question. In 1952, when the Somnath Pran Pratishtha was happening in an incomplete temple, as my fellow panelists said, it was only in 1965 the temple got completed. Congress party boycotted. That is the fabric of Jawaharlal Nehru. But Indira Gandhi deviated from it. She even praised Egdewar. And she was an Hindu and she wore it on her sleeve. But unfortunately, after 1998, after Sonia Gandhi took over, the Congress has moved from center to left of center to now a complete leftist with minority appeasement as the basis. As a result of which, even Vikramaditya Singh's father, his name is Veerbhadra Singh, was made the chief minister not because Sonia Gandhi under Kotri had affection and love and respect for Veerbhadra Singh, but it was inevitable. Now you have come to the ultimate point that you are going to see exodus from Congress party in mass because there are several leaders inside the Congress party. If you want, I can even name them, but I do not want to name it because it will be an embarrassment for those individual leaders who are extremely annoyed, not upset.
Okay, answer this, Lokesh Jindal, that this is the Congress not even of Indira Gandhi, but of the left and perhaps extreme left Congress. This is not the Congress that Indira Gandhi knew, or Rajiv Gandhi, or Mahatma Gandhi knew.
No, absolutely not. Padmaja, in fact, when Jawaharlal Nehru was the Prime Minister, the Somnath temple was rebuilt and the Pran Pratishtha was carried out without any politicization. And he was against any form of state, state being associated with the construction of Somnath temple. See, these people, they say Dr. Rajendra Prasad went ahead and he inaugurated the temple. And there was some form of a personal enmity between Jawaharlal Nehru and Rajendra Prasad. This is rubbish. I mean, why will Jawaharlal Nehru give Bharat Ratna to Dr. Rajendra Prasad in 1962 if this was the scenario?
Sir, let's come to the present. Okay, we have debated Dr. Rajendra Prasad and nobody is going to actually admit what really happened. I have a simple question. Today you have got Dr. Nirmal Khatri saying very simply that, boss, by going and taking a dubki in the Saryu, you are not fooling the voter. You really want to answer the BJP, believe in an ideology. What is your ideology today? Is it the ideology of Ajay Rai going and taking a dubki in the Saryu, or is it the ideology of a minister from Karnataka, Mr. Rajanna, who says, who is Ram Lala? It is 2 dolls which are kept in a tent. Let's listen again to what that gentleman said, and let me remind you, it's been 24 hours and not one action has been taken against a minister who is saying Ram Lala is just 2 dolls who have been kept in a tent. Listen.
ಸುಮಾರು 106 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಇರೋ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪಾವಿತ್ರತೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಈಗ ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಕಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಇದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಜವಾದಂತಹ ಇದು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೋಸದ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ರಾಮನ ಭಕ್ತರು, ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ ಬಾಬಿ ಮಸೀದಿ ಬಿಡಿಸಿದಾಗ, ಇವ್ರು ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಗೆ. ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಗೊಂಬೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನ ಇವನೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋರು. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ರಮೇಶನ್ ಕೋಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದವ್ರು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಖಾಲಿ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂಥರ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್, ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ನನಗೆ ದೇವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲವತ್ತ ನೋಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಟೂರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
So बताइए Lokesh Jindal, is it Mr. Rajanna's Congress or is it Mahatma Gandhi's Congress? Do you think that Ram Lalla is God or do you think Ram Lalla is doll?
Padmaja, you know, there's a mythology of Raja Daksh carrying out a yagna and he did not invite Shivji in it. And all the followers
Lokesh
of
Jindal,
Shiva
are you going to answer any question or is this just going to be a master class in mythology?
Not being invited.
Answer
the
a
followers
simple
of
political
Shaivism
question. I don't want to learn about Raja Dashrath. I will read that in my own time.
Why is the
Right now, answer a simple question. Any
why
voter or
Shankaracharyas
supporter or
not
devotee in
inviting,
Karnataka is
not
asking,
attending that entire
is this
ceremony?
Mr. Rajanna's Congress, yes or no? Do you think Ram Lalla is a deity or is he a doll?
I want to ask one question.
No, you answer my question, please.
Why are the Shaiv Shankaracharyas not being invited in the Pran Pratishtha ceremony?
Sir, answer the
Why
question.
Is the Congress
you will not
dividing
answer the question raised by Nirmal
society from
Khatri.
within?
You will not answer the question on a sitting minister of Karnataka. You will wax eloquent on mythology. You will wax eloquent on history, but you will not answer the question on the wall, which is, how do you expect to counter the BJP with eventbaazi instead of ideology? Let me bring in Mr. Vivek Silas. So while Rahul Gandhi apparently is going to be in Guwahati on the 22nd and perhaps visit a Shiv temple, Akhilesh Yadav is going to take out a PDA yatra. Why is that? Do you think that a PDA yatra is a counter to Pran Pratishtha? Vivek Silas?
PDA is something where, first of all, very good evening to all of you. Our ideology is the PDA, which consists of Pichhada, Dalit, Agde, Alpsankyak and Adhi Abadi. That means the Samajwadi Party belongs to all, and we are doing politics, not caste-based politics or religion-based politics. We are doing politics that is related to each and everyone in the state of Uttar Pradesh.
Sir, do you know, by the way, just out of curiosity, do you know that the first 25 people who were arrested, just a second, since you say that the Ram temple is politics of religion and you are for Pichhade, Dalit and Adivasi, do you know that the first 25 car sevaks who were arrested in 1992 when the CBI took over the Babri demolition case, only 10 of them were upper caste. 15 of them came from the poorest sections of society and they were all Pichhada, Dalit, Adivasi. 15 car sevaks who were picked up by the CBI were Pichhada, Dalit, Adivasi. Now tell me that when Pran Pratishtha happens on the 22nd, why aren't you standing with those PDA who will be sitting in Ayodhya or their family will be sitting in Ayodhya remembering their sacrifices?
Look, Padmaja ji, we have made it very, very clear that on the 22nd, the Samajwadi Party will not be participating in the event on the 22nd because, it's not a compulsion that only when we go to the temple on the 22nd of January, we are Hindus. We can go before that and we can go even after that. So that doesn't mean that we are not Hindus or we don't have faith in Lord Ram. But the Bharatiya Janata Party today cannot say, they have nothing else to say. They cannot say and can promise to people that no, instead of 15 lakhs, this time we will be giving you 20 lakhs. No, we will be giving you 5 crore jobs in the next coming 5 years. They cannot promise that the black money will be coming at that speed of jet. They cannot promise that the farmers' income will be not doubled, it will be tripled. Because the people know that it is all false.
Okay, it is all false to Sinha, and just to put facts on the table, just to put facts on the table, as far as Akhilesh Yadav is concerned, just since 2017, he has been to Ayodhya. He went on the 4th of July 2023. He went on the 25th of February 2022. He went on the 20th of February 2022, November 18, 2021, January 2nd, 2021. So he has done 5 different visits to Ayodhya. Why are you questioning his Hinduism just because he doesn't want to be there for an RSS event?
Padmaja, let me first of all simplify this why Akhilesh Yadav's PDA Yatra and Mamata Banerjee's Sarvdham Yatra will not work. When he talks about PDA Yatra, he just has to, he has to look at some data. When we try to replicate the ideals of Ram Rajya, what we have done for Mata Shabri's community, the tribal community, the outreach, the kind of, the improvement in their lives through a host of government schemes is unprecedented. Similarly, for Nishad Ram's community, the Kevat who ferried Bhagwan Ram, the OBC community, schemes like Vishwakarma scheme have been a game changer. So I don't think this PDA would really work, because we have been the biggest supporter of the backward communities, and data speaks for itself. When it comes to Mamata Banerjee's Sarvdham Yatra, she does not realize, she just has to read up the data. When it comes to the Mudra Yojana, when it comes to Awas Yojana, the Muslim beneficiaries are far in excess of 25%, or in some cases even 31, 32%, which is far in excess of the population. So they are living in La La Land, they are living in a time warp, and that is one of the reasons these PDA Yatra and the Sarvadham Yatra eventually will not work, and maybe belatedly they will again realize their mistake and make a beeline for the temple, by which time, they would have no political credibility left.
एंड विवेक साइलेंस, जो दलित की सबसे बड़ी पार्टी है आप ही के स्टेट में, मायावती जी ने तो कल ही बोला है कि इफ एनीथिंग गिरगिट की तरह कोई रंग बदलता है तो आपकी पार्टी है। उनकी तो सबसे बड़ी दलितों की पार्टी है उत्तर प्रदेश में।
देखिए, जहां तक मायावती जी का सवाल है, मायावती जी हम बड़ी नेता हैं, उम्र में भी बड़ी हैं, हम उनकी इज्जत करते हैं। समाजवादी पार्टी इस तरह के स्टेटमेंट्स ना कभी किसी के खिलाफ देती है, ना कभी बोलती है। अभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे मित्र ने कहा कि निषादों की बात की, तो क्या वो भूल गए कि किस तरह से निषादों की प्रयागराज में आपने नावें तोड़ी थी, उसमें आग लगा दिया था? ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार में हुआ था, और कहाँ हुआ था? बिल्कुल था। तो किस तरह से आप दलितों पे, किस तरह से उत्तर प्रदेश सबसे ज्यादा दलित उत्पीड़न उत्तर प्रदेश में होता है, डाटा बता रहे हैं एनसीआरबी के। दलित उत्पीड़न सबसे ज्यादा उत्तर प्रदेश में होता है। ना भारतीय जनता पार्टी कुछ बोलती है, ना उस पे मायावती जी कुछ बोलती हैं। दलितों की, पिछड़ों की, अल्पसंख्यकों की, अगड़ों की, आदि आबादी की अगर कोई आवाज उठाने का काम करना पद्मजा जी तो समाजवादी पार्टी कर रही है, तो इनसे पूछना चाहिए। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग किस तरह से माता सीता का अपमान करते हैं, भगवान राम का अपमान करते हैं, किसी से छुपा थोड़ा ना है।
ओके, दलितों का, दलितों के नेताओं का, दलितों के नेताओं की पार्टी का समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ क्या रिलेशन रहा है, क्या हिस्ट्री रही है? I think we've debated that enough, and facts and history speak for themselves, but I will give you the final word, JVC Sriram. Any counter that INDI comes up with, is it fair to dismiss it as events, or is it just a political strategy? After all, you can't expect them to roll over and be labeled as anti-Hindu by the BJP. They are saying, we will do something parallel. We will reach out to Dalits. We will reach out to other communities. We will reach out to, the socially downtrodden.
Events don't change trends, Padmaja, and they should know that. If there is a one narrative which is set on this 2024 election, it is Gyan. There are only 4 castes in India: Garib, Yuva, Annadata, and Nari Shakti. And these 4 are very powerful narratives. The very fact that 24.8 crore people have been moved out of poverty ever since 2014 till 2022 is a testimony of the fact that the Garib have been reached out to. I don't want to talk to Nishads or, Dalits or Adivasis. I'm straight away addressing the Prime Minister's language. Yuva have become entrepreneurs today. Annadata, so many schemes, including the 6,000 rupees Kisan Sammilan scheme has come. And Nari Shakti, 10 crore Ujjwala gas scheme. And so many of Mudra schemes have reached out to those women. So it's not just Ayodhya. It is what Shri Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister done to the Gyan, which will stand out on all these PDAs, will just be events. Events don't change trends. Thank you.
All right. And for anyone who is wondering about how all the focus is only on Mandir and what has happened to Vikas and what happened to the promises made, there's a very interesting story which might have missed your notice. Today it is on the front page of the Indian Express. In the last 2 months, of all the people who have been brought into the fold of the Kisan Samman Nidhi, 1 in every 4 is actually women. And the maximum number of women who have been brought into the fold of these beneficiaries all come from our northeastern states. So the two can coexist, and the two should coexist. Can events or rallies counter it? I'll leave it to your wisdom. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining me.